Oh, hello there, Mr. 10mm. Got a G29 SF and a G20 SF. For those of you in the know, these are 10mm. We got some PEARCE magazine extensions and some G29 grip extensions. These are the different 10mm Glock magazines. So that is the G20 size, that is the G29 size. Here is a 10 rounder in the G20 size. These PEARCE grip extensions, it says +2 for 10mm and 45 ACP, but not for model 30 10 rounders. It says it'll work on G20, G21, G29, G40, G41. So, a couple things here. This is, again, the G29 SF. This is the G26. So these are the little baby Glock. Hi, baby Glock. You can see here the size difference between the 26 and the 29. It certainly is thicker, the 10mm over the G26. Maybe a half, 3/4 in the back difference. So here's another doodad here. This is the XGRIP for making the G20 fit the G29. You can see there, kind of cool. You have that extra grip space. So with a regular mag on the G29 SF, I get about half of my pinky, and it's not bad, but it certainly could be better. And on the G26, if you watch my other video, we did the Pachmeyer +3 extension on that, and then gets my full pinky. So for those people that struggle with Glock magazines, trick is to pinch in while you are pulling or pushing with your disassembly tool. That's a carpet tool that I had from a carpet job. So really what you're trying to do is get this in, push the little spring holder down, and then get this angle to where you can, while you're squeezing, get over this tab. So there's a little lip in here that sits on that tab. So this is the +2 for 10mm and 45 ACP PEARCE grip. You got to be careful when you order these to make sure you have the right gen. But this, you can see here, it has a little cup for the spring, and then there's a groove in here where this sits in. So you get this follower in, make sure you have the front with the front of this little cup, push it down, should sit in there, and then just bring this grip extension, squeeze in, and just push it, and it should clear those little lips there. And then a little bit of difficulty getting that insert to seat in this little slot. So what I figured out was what you really need to do is get the extension actually onto the magazine. And what's happening is this little cup is it's just a little bit tight in the magazine body, and I don't think that's a design flaw. I think that's intended. So it sort of sticks right there. Then you get this piece on and it doesn't want to drop. The magazine spring doesn't have enough force to push that to sit in here correctly. So all I did was just load it up, and then you'll see here, you can see now that that came down. So this was a 10 rounder. I got 10 in there. So this is supposed to be +2. So that's 11. That's 12. And it looks like it's holding up in good shape. So there you have it. So there is the +2 extension. Basically, if you got big hands, your hands can fit all the way to that gap. My pinky's 100% on there. It's not a big difference. I mean, the factory is flush with the bottom of the grip here, and then the Pierce +2 it hangs out about, I don't know, 1/3 of an inch there, but you got about 1.5 inches or about 1 inch further in the front point. So chambered. It's a little tight going in when it's got 12 in it, but it certainly does work. So is on the 15 rounder. You better have some big old honking bear claws to get that sucker filled out on the regular G20, but this should turn the G20 into a pretty practical 17 rounder. They're not expensive. I think these were $5 each or something. And then for our final act of magic, let's see if the XGRIP, there you go, 17 rounds on a G29. Oh boy, I'm just laughing because so many people are like, oh, 10 mil, wow, you're only going to carry like 6 rounds of 10 mil or whatever. Now there you go, you can have 17 rounds out of your G29. You pull this out of your shorts, and I don't think you're going to be outgunned that easily in such a small package. So that is pretty cool. I'll do a quick test to make sure that it'll hold 17. I got 17 rounds in there, and it's holding its shape rather well. It doesn't look like it's under any stress, but one thing with Glock magazines is once you fill them up, they can become a little bit difficult to seat, but that seats. It's a little difficult to rack, but it certainly racks. Just a little light marking on the casing, but didn't change the seating depth of the bullet. So anyways, it holds 17, and that is a success. And old Pierce, he didn't lie to us there. So the last thing I'll show you is just for those of you who cannot get magazine extensions, this is the Pierce G29 grip extension. So it's a little 1/2 inch rest for your pinky dinky. That off. Again, same thing, you put pressure here, put your tool in there, and then push it forward. I actually found that my vise, some pressure on the sides helps a lot. And then on these, you're going to use the stock floor plate, whatever that is, magazine cup, and make sure that sits in there. And then you can see now I get 100% of my pinky, versus before I only had half of my pinky sticking on here. So that's pretty nice too. That's a good option. And the cool thing about these Pierce grips is the texturing matches. I mean, it's pretty close to the OEM, very close, in the same color of the polymer. So you would think that that was stock for some of you aesthetic fiends. Anyways, they make good stuff, Pierce, and it works. It actually works, and you know, without issues. If you look at my G26 video, these the Packmayer magazine extension, you might be able to see right there that it's rounded a little bit on the OEM magazine when it gets to capacity. And the other thing is these are supposed to be +3, but it was very difficult to get that third one in there, so they really practically are +2. But the Pierce is not doing that at capacity. This isn't a problem, but you know, I don't know, if you're a nitpicker, then certainly you may not want to run around like that. Yeah, 15 rounds. Watch out now. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Go out and fire some of these in a video here. Please do like and subscribe if you want to stay in the loop and help support the channel. Thank you, everyone.